Imagine this. In the late 1800s, America was booming. Railroads, steel, electricity, banking. But it was also chaotic. Companies collapsed, markets panicked, and fortunes disappeared overnight. In the middle of this chaos stood one man, JPMorgan. A banker so powerful, he once saved the entire US financial system with just a meeting in his library. That man's legacy became the foundation of JPMorgan Chase today, one of the largest and most influential banks in the world. Welcome to Boardroom Stories. Here we uncover how the world's biggest companies were built. If you're new here, hit like, subscribe, and stick around because this story is worth hearing. JP Morgan's career began in the mid-1800s. He worked first as an apprentice in banking, but quickly showed he had a gift, the ability to reorganize struggling businesses and make them profitable again. In an era of robber barons and unchecked capitalism, Morgan wasn't afraid to step in. He financed railroads, invested in steel, and backed the companies that built America's industrial backbone. His biggest move came in 1901 when he bought Carnegie Steel from Andrew Carnegie for $480 million. Morgan then merged it with other steel companies to form US Steel, the first billion-dollar corporation in history. But Morgan wasn't just building industries, he was also saving the American economy itself. During the Panic of 1893 and again in 1907, financial markets were collapsing. The government was powerless, confidence was gone, and in both crises, it was JP Morgan who personally stepped in, using his own influence and money to restore order. In 1907, he locked bankers in his library until they agreed on a rescue plan. The panic was contained and the US economy was saved. It was this event that convinced America that one man should never hold that much power again. And it led directly to the creation of the Federal Reserve in 1913. JP Morgan himself died the same year, but the firm he built continued to grow, merging and expanding over the decades. Today, that legacy is JPMorgan Chase & Co., led by CEO Jamie Dimon. It's the largest bank in the United States and one of the biggest in the world. The bank operates in over 100 countries with trillions of dollars in assets. It finances governments, businesses, and startups. It survived the 2008 financial crisis stronger than most rivals, even helping to stabilize the system by acquiring failing banks like Bear Stearns and Washington Mutual. Of course, like its founder, JP Morgan, hasn't escaped controversy. From being called too big to fail to facing billion-dollar fines, the bank is constantly at the center of debates about power, money, and responsibility. But one thing is clear: the legacy of JP Morgan, a man who could stop a financial panic with his presence, still shapes global finance today. From a single banker's library to a global empire worth trillions, this is the story of JC. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boardroom Stories. And tell us in the comments, which financial empire should we cover next?